Hi, this is Greg Palast, and I'm reporting for Raw Story on the last American president. Now, pay attention to this professional liar. Quote, I'm the only president in modern history who left office with a smaller national debt than when I came into office. Now, that's quite a whopper. Fact check. During Trump's presidency, the national debt actually increased by $7.8 trillion. That's nearly 40% and more than any president in history. The fact check is courtesy of Thom Hartmann. Indeed, Hartmann's new book, The Last American President, A Broken Man, a Corrupt Party, and a World on the Brink, is one giant fact check on the Whopper-in-Chief, and much more. A disturbing dive into the roiling miasma of self-aggrandizing, self-deluding, psychologically shattered, wailing man-child who is our commander-in-chief. Don't read Hartmann's book twice, as I have. It's not just the nightmares it induces. It's the fact that you'll wake up to the nightmare that is our new reality. Hartmann is known as America's #1 progressive radio host, but he's also a certified psychotherapist, ordained theologian, and noted historian who has brought his extraordinary bandolier of skills to an excavation of the dark regions of the president's brain. And dark it is. Trump grew up in an atmosphere of cruelty under the familial dictatorship of his daddy, Fred Trump, whom the future president saw bully his older brother into an early alcoholic death. Trump's mother had emotionally checked out and left us with a president who needs a mommy's hug. And he's taking it out on government employees. Trump learned cruelty from his dad, but learned how to weaponize it from his second daddy, Roy Cohn, Joe McCarthy's henchman, who taught Trump how to use fear and media manipulation to break his enemies. A group now encompassing, most Americans. Does Trump even believe his own bullshit? That's not even a question for Trump, notes Hartmann. Hartmann quotes the master of prevarication himself, and this is a quote, the final key to the way I promote is bravado. I play to people's fantasies. People may not always think big themselves, but they can still get very excited by those who do. People want to believe that something is the biggest and the greatest. I call it truthful hyperbole. That's from Trump's Art of the Deal. And the ghostwriter of the book said he made up the term truthful hyperbole to cover up the word lie. But it's a lie we love, or at least a lot of Americans love it. Here is a photo of one of Trump's acolytes, which we filmed at a Trump rally that my team attended in rural Georgia. There's her t-shirt of Trump and J.D. Vance's vigilantes gunning down the bad guys. She had a Trump hat, Trump socks, and sported a red, white, and blue Trump ballet tutu. I kid you not. The biggest sellers at the rally were shirts announcing with an armed Trump image, Daddy's home. Our national father figure is coming back for his second term to spank us bad kitties as Trump Sr. did to his son. The parental abuse goes on, but now as a policy of fear, repression, mass firings, race baiting, Constitution-defying lawsuits ginned up by, and quoting Tom, by cynical attorneys and billionaires' checkbooks, riding the algorithms of outrage and our insatiable hunger for spectacle. As Hartmann warns, democracy in America won't go away when tanks roll in the streets. It will come packaged as entertainment. Hartmann notes chillingly that it wasn't just Trump. It was a system that fed him to us. Trump's beguiling fibs, his mayhem-making, his troops in the street diktats are all spectacle to satisfy the desire for retribution of America's working-class wounded. Trump is a symptom, notes Hartmann, not a cause, of what I'd call the new hate. We don't want to win arguments anymore. We want to hurt those who don't share our politics. Trump revels in it. And Hartmann is not afraid to call out the racism that lubricates Trump's resentment machine. A GOP line of ugly innuendos that originated with Richard Nixon. Trump didn't introduce racism into the GOP campaign plan. He merely, as Hartmann says, revealed it. And Trump's apostles are never coy about using code words for space laser-armed Jewish globalists, a line which Trump finds usefully echoed by Democrats on the left. So what do? I think of those old billboards on Highway 80 that flash, "Stay awake, stay alert." That's not too much to ask. Hartmann, who's a happy ending kind of guy, throws out a bunch of good ideas which he calls reform, resist, and remember. And he begins with our own empathy deficit, though he admits our best efforts could be undone by AI techno-feudalism. Democracy, Hartmann concludes, doesn't announce its departure with trumpets. It slips away in silence, one institution at a time. But we do have Hartmann's bugle blast. Hopefully it's a wake-up reveille and not taps for this fragile experiment we call America. This is Greg Palast reporting. For more of my investigative reports, go to gregpalast.com or sign up here at Substack Greg Palast Investigates.